Guys, this is Demetrius with Aquila Traders, and the purpose of this video today is we're going to go through the month of March and take a look at how our AI system has performed. We have an account that we started the month of March with right around $4,000. I think the actual balance was right at $4,300. And so today is March 30th, 2024. The actual month of March technically ended Friday. And, because by the time we get to Monday, we're going to be in April. So we're just going to review here our account. But as I do that, I want to give an overview of what we're doing here at Aquila Traders. And so here we're using our advanced AI system to go in and pretty much trade the markets for us. So we're using this trading platform here called MetaTrader 4. It is a platform that is used by a lot of traders worldwide. Actually, it's probably the largest trading platform in the world. Used by a lot of forex traders, a lot of people that trade futures. There's all kinds of assets that we have the ability to trade. And so I'm going to give just a brief little look here at some of the things. If I go here and open up a new chart, you can see a lot of the things. There are forex pairs on here. So some people choose to trade foreign currencies. We have that ability to trade the U.S. dollar versus pretty much every other currency on in the world. Minor currency pairs, trading the New Zealand dollar versus the Swiss franc. All these different kinds of ones you see here. Pretty much every currency known to man, we have the ability to trade should we choose to do so. Metals, we have the ability to trade silver, gold, platinum. We can trade these against the US dollar, against the euro, or against the Aussie, Australian dollar. Energies, we have the ability to trade oil, natural gas, the indices, some of the major stock exchanges across the world. We're able to trade the Australian 200, the DEX 30, that's the German 30. We can trade the Hong Kong, the Euro, the Japanese 225, the United States stock markets, the US 100, that's the Dow Jones. So we're able to trade the whole Dow Jones average instead of having to focus on any one particular stock. These are indices. So this is an index of a lot of different stocks that we're able to trade. The US 30 is the Dow Jones industrial average. And then and I may have misspoke if I said the US 100 is the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ 100, the US 30 is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And the US 500, that's the S&P 500. So we can trade any of these or a variety of these different indices that we want to trade. And so there's just a huge compilation of things in here. There's other things here we can trade. Different stocks. There are a large variety of stocks. Some of the major stocks, you can see a lot of these on here, from Tesla to Apple, Netflix, Google, IBM, whatever kinds of ones, should we choose to trade those. And cryptos as well. There's some of the major cryptos. Now, this particular broker that we're using, this is my preferred broker. It's LQDFX. They're a regulated broker. Um, Very solid customer service, great interaction with you as a trader, lots of tools to help you learn. And so the available cryptos that they have are some of the major ones: Solana, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Dash, Ripple, Neo, Zcash, Monero, and Cardano. There are other brokers that have, maybe a larger selection of cryptos, should you choose to do that. But our main focus here at Aquila is to use advanced systems that are trained in technical knowledge, trained in technical analysis tools, and take advantage of some of these systems to go into the market, regardless of what the asset is. Go into the market, find high probable trade opportunities, and take either buys or sells and profit in the market. So another big benefit to using this kind of platform is we can trade in both directions. So when the market is going up, we can take buys. When the market is going down, we can take sells. And so we don't have to just trade one direction where we only profit if the thing is going up. There are a lot of people who are invested in the stock market or buying cryptos or small tokens. altcoins and a lot of these just little small tokens. The only way you're going to profit is if you buy it and someone else continues to buy it and the price goes up. But what if it goes down? The only thing you can do is exit and try to salvage some of your funds. Well, we trade in both directions here. And so I'm going to give an overview of this particular account. I'm going to go into the account history here and show how I'm going to expand this up here to see what our system has been doing. We've got several other videos that are going to be posted here on our YouTube channel to show you our system live trading so you can see how it's taking trades, getting in, getting out. It's managing our risk for us. We're able to specify what our risk tolerance is. If you're an aggressive trader, you can give it aggressive risk tolerance. If you're more conservative, you can give it conservative tolerances. And so it's going to manage within those, all hands free. And so the review, we're going to look here for the month of March. We're going to look at all the different assets that we traded from March 1st all the way through, I guess the 28th was the last day of the month. And we're going to see the results on those. So with most of these here, we're the primary assets that we have traded on this particular account is gold, the US 100, which is the NASDAQ, the US 30, which is the Dow Jones. And I think that's pretty much the majority of the ones that we traded. Those are some of our favorite assets because they're high moving pairs, have a lot of volatility, have a lot of volume. Volume, liquidity is very important in here. We want to trade an asset that we can get in. And if we decide, 30 seconds later that we don't want to be in that trade, we just exit and get out of there. Okay. So let's start from, I'm going to sort my time here from the 1st of March. I'm going to see what is going on here. Okay, so look like this is going back to the 15th. I'm pretty sure we had trades in here before then. Let me pull this up, make sure I'm looking at the right history. Okay, let's show me from March 1st. Maybe I just didn't put everything in here. Okay, so maybe we didn't start pick up auto trading here until mid-March. I was sure we had traded a little bit earlier than this, but okay. So this is going to be maybe a 2-week review or so. Okay, so the first trades we started out with on March 15th. Yeah, okay, so that is the first trades. So we started out trading gold. Again, gold is one of our favorite assets to trade in here. And so we started out the 15th of March, I actually taken some losses here on gold. Over here, it tells me the type of trade that we were in, if it was a sell or a buy. That's in the comment section. All of these strategies we have a couple of different strategy systems that we're running here at Aquila. One of them is our primary system. It itself has several strategies that are built into it. And then we have our pro system. The comments are a little bit different. These ones that just say sell order, this is our pro system that's running on here. So we traded our pro system with gold. Started out, I guess, the first day or the first half a day, looked like we took losses early on gold. Then we started to build up. So with this size of account, our losses are limited. We're generally speaking only risking somewhere between 2% to 5% of our account every time we take a trade. This is kind of an aggressive settings that we have here. So somewhere between 2 and 5% is all that we're risking. So when we took losses here, these was $16, $17, something like that. Don't want to see those kind of losses, but they're controlled losses. It says, hey, for whatever reason, our system saw an opportunity to sell up in here. And actually, let me go to gold and see what was going on March 15th. And I'm pretty sure we're trading this on the 30-minute time frame. So around mid-March, somewhere up in this range is where we would have been trading. on that day. March 15th is somewhere in here. So we saw opportunities to sell in here, and apparently we were wrong in that. And so we lost those first couple of trades. And then looks like later that same day we did switch to a buy. And so from that point on, we started to get, I mean, pretty good with gold, taking small profits. This particular strategy is designed to get in once the market starts moving in our favor. It's just in accumulation mode. Accumulate $5, $8, $4, $3, or something like that. And you can see this history here on gold ended up pretty good. I don't know exactly when we finished that day, but these gains here outweighed what the losses were earlier, and we ended up being profitable. Here, we saying that same day we traded US 30, the Dow Jones. Looks like we took three trades here, won all three of those. It's actually one trade because our system takes three entries every time we enter the market. If you see here, the price, the buying price, or selling price rather, because we sold. So here with US 30, we sold because our system detected that the market was going down. And so back here on March 15th, again, somewhere up in this area would have been where we were in these sales. We saw an opportunity to sell. So we can actually profit when the market goes down. If we take this sale, which we sold it at a price of 38,799, and we got out at 38,776. So not a big move at all. That would have been a move equivalent of 38,799. I said somewhere right in here. So it would have been the equivalent of getting in somewhere in here and then getting out just a little bit later, probably within this candle. So our system is very highly trained, again, to look for high probable trade opportunities. We're not trying to capture all of this move, trying to say, well, hey, can we predict when the market is going to make this kind of a move? There's systems that may be able to do that. But what we found is with a high degree of accuracy, we're able to join current trends. Our system, if it's our pro system, we use three different tiers to let us see the overall strength of the market. It's a big compilation of different tools that we're using to tell us how strong the market is at any point in time. When those things line up, it says, hey, take a sell, get your profits, and get out. We took some more here on gold, more profits. This is the same day. So we're still continuing trading gold. We switched to some sales for a period of time. We took some sales, got a few buys there, not big, but the risk is only a couple of dollars per trade. So we took those and then we switched over to a buy. Got some more wins, and so gold we continue to trade that pretty much for the rest of that day. We were buying gold, so we accumulated some pretty significant profits there. Okay, now this looks like the next day, trading day was the 19th. I guess the 15th must have been a Friday. Yeah, 15th was a Friday, so the markets closed over the weekends. We picked back up on the 19th. I'm not sure what was going on the 18th, but our system didn't take any trades that day. We started out on the 19th, US 100. That's the NASDAQ. So we took some losses a little bit earlier, but then recovered that day. We started out buying. Those signals were wrong. And so we switched to sales and profited and did pretty well on NAS 100. Later in that day, we went back to gold. We were buying initially, took some losses there, switched to a sell, and still took losses. So that was not a good day on gold, or at least not that portion of the day. US 30 here, we took some buys on the Dow Jones during that day. Looks like we won every one of those trades. Looks like we sneaked in and did a trade here on Amazon. I don't think our system was set to trade that, so maybe that was just a one-off trade there. Then back to NASDAQ. I took some losses there. back to the Dow Jones, US 30 wins, NASDAQ, another couple of losses here, and then some wins on gold, back to more wins on US 30, more on gold, NASDAQ. Okay, I think we switched strategies here on NASDAQ. So we switched to a trend based strategy on that. More on US 30, a few more on gold. So these are not big wins and not big losses. Again, everything's being controlled by our system. So this is 100% hands free, meaning we started this system, I guess, mid March and have not touched it for the last 2 weeks. Have not done anything other than come and look and see how the system is done. We've not taken any manual trades in here. All of these trades, once they have their comments here, it tells us if it has a comment in here, that means that the system took this trade without our interaction. So it's managing these, it's taking profits, it's automatically moving stop losses when they need to be moved, it's closing out trades early when the system detects that the market is going in the wrong direction. And so we're up to the 22nd here. Had a few more losses, like we had a series of losses here on gold, and then went back to hitting profit targets. So these greens mean that we hit the actual target that the system said this is where you want to finally get out of this trade. Red means we hit the stop loss. So this is cut my losses and be done. The ones that don't have the shading either way, you see a lot of these are profitable trades. This is our system being smart enough to say, take my profits here and get out. This was a gold trade. We were in gold. We were up 160 some dollars in profit. It did not reach the final TP. Actually, this one was a floating TP, but the system said, you know what, this is enough profits, or I sense that this trade is not going to continue going in our favor. Give me my funds and let me get out. So we continue to do this, folks, for the last 2 weeks. And I'm just going to scroll through here and get to the end here. So down here, we ended up with, and we did have some one very bad day on the Dow Jones. And I think this was a news day, one of those days that was just like, wow, we were in a trade and just ended up being in the wrong direction. Seems like right after this, the market did move in our favor. So that was almost $1,000 loss on that one. Now, in this particular one, at this point, that strategy that is trading there, that is a one of the high risk strategies on Dow Jones. So we're trading some conservative, some high risk strategies. So even with that high risk strategy, risking a lot, that just happens to be one of the times that we lost. But even with that loss considered, we ended up with a little over $1,800 profit on this. But we started out with approximately $4,300. So that is a little over 40% profit in the last 2 weeks. Hands free, again, just with our system managing and doing everything for us. So hopefully that was a good overview of this right now. For the majority of the things that we're trading, the market is down. But the last thing I want to point out is the dashboard that we have the ability to use. Let's see if anything is reading now. I'll just look at Bitcoin just as an example here. But our dashboard that is able to read. So this is our way to interact with the system if we choose to do so. So what I just showed you was 100% hands-free, did not have to touch it for the last couple of weeks, just let it run. But if I wanted to interact with that at any point in time while any of these trades here were live that we were looking at, if whether we were in profit or in a loss, I could have come here and said, hey, I want you to close all of my trades. Close either the current asset that I'm trading or close everything. I can go in and take partials. With one click of a button, I can say, let's use this as an example, this gold trade where we were up, $130 or something. Let's say we got to $100 or so in profit. I could have just said, take a partial. Hit a partial, it would automatically close out 50% of that profit and leave the remaining balance of it running. So this is very smooth interaction, instantaneous transactions. There's no swapping. There's no waiting for transactions to be approved by a system. This is instantaneous live trading. Okay, so with our dashboard, we're able to do those kinds of things, move break evens if we are in profit on one asset or in multiple ones. We can hit this break even button and it'll just automatically move all of my stop losses to break even, so that even if the market does switch and go in the wrong direction, I'm protected because I'm not going to lose. It'll just X me out, where I got in. We have protection mode built into here, profit protection. I can tell it, hey, I have a floating profit of, $200 or $300 or something for the day. I can say, I want you to protect so much percent of that, maybe 80%. And so if I just walk away from it, I know the worst I'm going to walk away with is 80% of those profits. So I can do that. I can set daily or overall account equity targets. Maybe if I'm trading, if I get this balance, I started with $4,300. I can say, you know what, if this balance gets up to $6,000, which is a little bit over where we are now, or 7,000, I can put that target in there and say, if you reach that target, close everything out and stop trading. I'm good. Same thing with the minimum equity. If I reach a minimum amount, close it out, get me out of the trades, I'm done. Okay, so hopefully this was a good review here. Our goal was to show you how, you can join these markets and you don't have to be an expert in trading. You don't have to spend all of your time sitting in front of a computer and pulling your hair, trying to wonder, did I make the right decision? Should I not have bought this little crypto token that I just bought? Or, if you're trading within these markets, kind of stressing out over, did I get in at the right time? When do I get out? The system is smart enough to manage all of that for you, and you can get some great profits off of this. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please like our video here, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. We'd love to give you more updates on things that we're doing here at Aquila. Okay, God bless you guys. Happy Resurrection Day.